Good morning, John. It's one of those Fridays again on which I make videos, and today I'm going to be making a video unlike any other I've ever made on Vlogbrothers. It's a video that contains no cuts. I'm just going to talk, and I'm going to talk to you for 4 minutes, and then it's going to be over. Everything's going to stay in confessional style. How do you decide what to do at any given moment? It's a big, important question that maybe we don't ask ourselves all the time. I've had a system for the last 10 years that's worked pretty well, and that has basically been do whatever you want. It's more like do whatever needs doing, right? Like, I feel very compelled by my obligations, and I have like 2 main sources of obligations I want to talk about. So there's one that's like, this is a thing that I can do that not a lot of other people could do or pull off, and it would be good, and like, I just want it to exist. And the obligation, it's almost to the idea itself or to the universe itself, just to make this thing exist. And that's what pushes me to make new stuff, like create art, but also like make SciShow or Crash Course, or like we recently relaunched How to Adult, because I just think that's a thing that should exist in the world. And we made a podcast, HFS, Holy Frikkin Science, which is like an adult language podcast where we get really excited, like too excited about science, and hanging out with friends. It's really fun. And like, those are things that I feel like that they're great. They should exist, and I can help them exist in a way that other people may not be able to, because I have tools that other people don't have access to. And then there's like the obligation to the existing ideas, kind of. Like, this is less exciting, but it's more compelling because there are people relying on it. There are people who love the thing and want it to keep existing. I have an obligation to like the attendees at VidCon. I have an obligation to all the creators who come to VidCon. I have an obligation to Nerdfighteria, to you, John. And like, these aren't things that I resent. Like, they are push me to make things and make them well, and I need that. And like, we just launched Wizard School. Like, Wizard School is a game now. It exists. People are playing it. They like it. But there's a bunch of Kickstarter perks that we haven't sent out yet, and I feel terrible about it. I'm sorry if you're one of those people. Like, those obligations I need to push me to do stuff. But also, 2 things happened at the same time this year. After 10 years, it really does feel this way, that changed this strategy for me. Like at the same time, weirdly. The election happened, which made me think like there are a lot of things that need protecting, and that I might not be doing a good job of like making the world better in the best ways I can. And maybe I should have been thinking about that before the election. I definitely should have, but like, now I feel like it is more pressing than ever. And that has changed sort of like what I'm thinking about, like how I've prioritized things. And then there's a baby. And at any given moment, he is always, for the rest of my life, my child is going to be my prime obligation. And that's a new thing for me. And it's like, at any given moment, it's like, hey, Dad, what are you doing? And I'm like, I got stuff to do. And he's like, but me, I got cheeks. And I'm like, you're right. Impenetrable argument, child. So it's the situation I'm in. And basically what it means is that like the systems that I used to use aren't necessarily the best systems for my current life. And that's okay. I just have to create new systems. And that is a little bit difficult and painful sometimes. But I'm figuring it out, and it's 100% worth it. John, I'll see you on Tuesday.